Welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine. We're learning some stuff tonight about money, about cryptocurrency. We're going to start learning about NFTs here in a moment. Those are non-fungible tokens. This is investing in the future. And we have with us Dr. Julio Rivas. He is a Lipscomb professor with Department of Accounting, Finance, and Economics. An economics professor talking about all this stuff. And before we talk about NFTs, I want to go to the phones. I want to go to Mike, who has been waiting here. Hello, Mike.
Hey, good evening, Ben, and good evening to the professor. Bitcoin is very interesting, but what I would say is walk very carefully. This is very a highly sophisticated type of currency. It's because it's based in the web. There's no brick and mortar like you would go to Morgan & Stanley or Regions or Fifth Third to where you can literally walk into a place. That right there puts a big pause for me. Right now, you've got the United States, Romania, Czech Republic, China, Spain, Poland, Turkey, who have really invested more into crypto than any other country. NFTs are pretty much like, in a layman term, like back in the day, Ben, we used to buy, as a kid, I did, baseball cards, trading cards.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you had, Hank Aaron would be worth a little bit more than some other baseball player, Barry Bonds versus Mark McGwire. So it's like an investment in a card. And over time, depending if that baseball player starts beating a home run record, that card is going to be a lot more worth more than some guy who keeps striking out. Now, hopefully that'll break it down a little bit more for the layperson. And that's all I have to say. And this is a great show. I'm glad you guys have this going on tonight.
Well, Mike, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Mike, attempting to explain non-fungible tokens, NFT. They are tokens. And he said also, these things fluctuate, no brick and mortar. I was told by someone I trust not to do this, not to invest money in cryptocurrency. Now, I hear that it's gone from 6,000 to 47,000, and I am upset that he told me that. But that's what I've been told. And you hear Mike say there's no brick and mortar. It just it just doesn't compute sometimes. Yet people are making tons of money.
Yeah, no, that is a fact, and I would what people have asked me, should I invest in crypto? And say, well, if you're able to define what crypto is, if you're able to understand how it works, sure. It's otherwise it becomes very complex, and it is due to its nature, due to the fact that it's not brick and mortar. It has a lot of speculation going on right now. And yes, it went from 6,000 to 47, and if you compare it with 2010, there's a case. I think someone purchased two large pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, right? So right now that's the most expensive pizza in history, right? But back then, the person spent, I don't know, $20 or something. So it is okay, But the truth is, there's gonna be fluctuations. It is not a smooth ride. It is.
You're a professor of economics. You're a professor of economics. Yeah. What do your students think? Are they all in on this? Are they half and half?
A lot of them are all in, and I will tell you, it's especially my finance students and people that read and do a lot of research. They're really into this. I sponsor a social club. In other schools they call it fraternities, but here at Lipscomb we call them social club. And my social club, my guys, without me telling them anything, they started accepting their dues in Bitcoin. So you don't need to buy one Bitcoin. You can buy fractions of Bitcoin, but you can buy the equivalent of, I don't know, $100, $50 in Bitcoin and still buy it and use it, and I always encourage them to learn more. I ask them, you are the ones that need to be teaching me, not you. This is going to be your world.
But now I'm so interested. So they could pay their dues in Bitcoin, and let's assume the dues are to keep the lights on. So they pay their dues in Bitcoin, like 1/100th of a Bitcoin for whatever, and then are they able to then turn around and pay the bills they need to pay with that? Pay to keep the lights on?
They could sell the Bitcoin, yeah. I mean, they could sell it and get dollars. I would say most of the intent though is to keep that money and keep it and hopefully make it grow as time goes on. Right now, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Right? You should not be expecting to make a lot of money now. It's yes, if it goes from 6 to 47, that's more of due to the economic circumstance, but that shouldn't be seen as the norm, right? And the norm is, well, if this is as valuable as we think, if more and more people adopt this, if more and more companies use it as a way in which you can buy things from them, the price should go up.
What did you think when you saw Matt Damon advertising? Didn't he advertise for cryptocurrency during the Super Bowl?
I think he did. Yeah.
And what?
Well, I mean, this is big, I mean, this is big, and more and more people are getting into it. A lot of big business people, a lot of the famous, people from Shark Tank and people from all over the, I've been in meetings. I went to a seminar once. That a lot of high net worth individuals. We're already investing in cryptocurrencies. I mean, it's so people that know and people, they have done it.
Part of me thinks they're people that don't know what else to do with their money. It's like they have so much money they don't know what else to do with it.
That might be another way to put it, right? Like, hey, like what else should I do? But I mean, it's to be honest, a lot of them are people that have earned their money, right? So they say, okay, let's see what this is about, and let's put some skin in the game.
Let's talk about non-fungible tokens, NFTs. All right.
NFTs.
I like what Mike said. He said they're like trading cards, a token.
Yes.
Some have called it like a work of art that is unique, that you own. But yes. How would you define what NFTs are?
Well, first I like to talk about the word fungible. So what is fungible? Well, if we talk about money, let's say I owe you $5, right? So I can give you a $5 bill or 5 ones, and it's the same for you, right? I mean, I'm paying you $5. It doesn't matter if the series number, unless you're a collector, unless you're looking for those type of things. But money is money, and you don't really make distinctions from one to the other, right? Now, non-fungible is that it is unique, right? You cannot substitute one by anything else. Talking about art, if we talk about the Mona Lisa, for example, well, the Mona Lisa is non-fungible, right? Because if you want to trade for the Mona Lisa, well, you cannot give another Mona Lisa, right? I mean, it's irreplaceable, it's unique. So that makes it non-fungible, right? And with tokens, well, I think Mike did a great job, and that analogy with the baseball cards is very good, right? So token is not necessarily a currency, right? Is a different sort of asset if we make, right? So non-fungible tokens could be images, could be sounds, could be videos, could be a lot of different things that are unique. Now,
but isn't everything unique in a way? Isn't this show right now, you and me talking, are we creating non-fungible tokens?
Well, if we cut it in pieces and sell it in the market, hey, we could do it, right?
So this would be something we could sell, and the question is, who would buy it?
Yes.
Who would buy it?
Yes, and that is the point, right? I mean, it's who would buy us talking right now? Well, I don't know. If for some reason one of us becomes extremely famous and wealthy and whatnot, let's say, oh yeah, I own that show in 2020 when Ben and Julio were talking. Yes, but that is the main point. Like, who would buy this, and how much is it worth, right? And that is an excellent question. That is an excellent question, because with cryptocurrencies, I can make the argument that it's based on supply and demand, right? It's based on what the market wants, and because those are fungible, right? I mean, it's like dollars. It doesn't matter. Dollars are dollars. But different images, different videos, surely they are unique. Surely they have their own characteristics. But who is willing to pay that money?
And now, where is the market for this? Let's say I wanted to try and sell a picture from this conversation, a unique picture, where we're both looking our best. And I think, okay, this is great stuff. I want to sell this. Where do I do that? How do I do it?
Well, there are apps, there are websites where we can do it. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done it,
So you have to go on an app or a website, and we would just put a picture of this up for sale.
Yep. And if someone wants to buy it, they just will buy it, and that's it. I mean, now it needs to be appealing for that person to buy it, as we were saying, right? And I would say there's people that like to have collections. There's people that like to have think of it as a work of art or as a baseball cards. If you want to have all of the baseball cards from, I don't know, Ken Griffey Jr. from his rookie year to his last year, well, you want to have the whole collection, so you will pay whatever it is to own the whole collection. Same with NFTs. People will be willing to spend money, or a lot of them have shown that have interest in spending money.
What are some examples that stand out to you of NFTs? And I guess, when did NFTs start? Do you know?
Yes, it wasn't that long ago. I don't really have, but actually I was reading, I think it was 2015 or 2016, that someone had a presentation in a museum, and they were giving a video, and then they sold the video of that presentation, and that became the first NFT, right? So I wouldn't say little over 5 years, but it has become more and more popular in the recent past.
Okay. And what are some things that have sold that are NFTs? I can't wrap my head around that. You're saying someone gave a presentation at a museum.
Yes.
Now, it seems like I could make a copy of that presentation. And I mean, I don't understand. I guess the original is better, but
yes, it's the same argument with the Mona Lisa, right? You can buy a copy at the museum store and keep it, and bring it home, but it's not the original one, right? So now it gets a little iffy with digital assets, right? Like pictures. Okay, you don't own the original picture, but you own a copy of the picture. How is this different? But yeah, but it is different. It is different. Now, for a lot of us, that difference might not have much value, right? We say, okay, it is different, so what, right? But there's people that see it as a valuable thing.
Are there auctions? Is that how this is done? Auctions, or how?
Yeah, well, I mean, that has happened. I think the most expensive, I think it went for $60-something million, an NFT, right, of someone that was taking pictures or was creating images for a long time. And yeah, I mean, people have auction, and then once you own it, well, you can sell it in the secondary market. There's a lot of similarities with art. I mean, it sounds like
it's similar with art. Okay, I mean, until we have to take a break.
Now,
All right, so we'll take a break. Then we're going to come back and talk about both. We'll talk about NFTs, cryptocurrency. If you have questions, give us a call. But we'll just really focus on both at this point. Take a break. Be back right after this.